Today, we're going to go over how to find projects when they are new and perfect timing. I've done this several times in my videos, and I think I have a really good hold on it. I never really thought about it till yesterday. Someone asked me in Discord, how do you do that? And I'm like, why don't I make a video on it and show you all? So here we go. The last one that I've done, the last one that I've really picked out on my own and went after was castles. And as you know, castles is doing very well. So I think I'm pretty decent at this. I also picked out Goldmond, and we also had a collab with On Mars and Krypton. I was really early. I got in the day the game came out, not before, but the day it came out. And I'm going to show you how I figured this stuff out and how to make good choices and get into new projects before other people do, but before it's too expensive to get in. With this video, I gotta say it, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a gamer. I got lucky a bunch so far. It might end tomorrow, so I have to tell you, use this at your own risk, do your own research, but I'm sure what I'm gonna tell you will help with your research and help you choose the correct projects. I have done other videos where I've kind of give tidbits of this, but I've never really went in depth on how I do this. So the reason I'm doing this right now is because I could use some more sponsorships. I have some, but their videos just aren't ready. It's about timing. Another company I'm working with, I've done one for them and I need to receive payment before I do more. They have more lined up, but at the same time, I got to make sure that everything's legit. I have been approached in the past, I'm not going to say names, of a game that wanted me to just throw in my face on their gameplay, and I was going to get paid some good money. And, money's important to me, so I did consider it for a moment, like any human would, but then quickly I was like, this is against what I stand for on this channel, and I can't do that. Once I do that, I'll fall into the pit. So I told them no, and we talked later and ended up coming to agreement anyway. So it worked because then I got to play the game. That was great. So right now, since I'm looking for some sponsors, I don't usually just sit and wait for people to contact me. Yes, some do, and I will get back to them and see what happens. Only about, I'd say, 10 to 20% of people incoming actually turn into sponsorships. I would say about 50% don't even reply to my original email when they're asking me, hey, are you looking for work? And I'm like, yeah, let's talk. And then silence. Because of that, I like to go through, find the game that I like, investigate it, sometimes even play it and kind of get an idea for it before I even contact the sponsor and see if they're looking for something. Now, it all depends on the game and where they're at. If they have gameplay, I like to get in right when the gameplay starts if I can. That way I can test the game and I know it's, more legit than just selling packs for a game that might come out. Now, as always, I keep only whitelisted NFTs selected, but keep in mind, Atomic Hub has really raised the bar for being whitelisted, and it's very difficult nowadays. So there are a lot of legit projects that may be good if you uncheck that. However, if it is checked, you are looking at more vetted people that have went through the process or have been with Atomic Hub before the process got so demanding. All right, that's a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and just talk about how we pick projects. Let's start with Atomic Hub. This is my main area of how I find things. Imagine that. And, a lot of people will go through the list. Let's look at number 1. Let's look at number 2. Let's look at number 3. These are going to be more expensive. The higher up on this list, the more money you're going to pay probably. Now, not always, because this does go by volume as well, but once they start rising up, then you can still get in, and you still might be early, but it's a little tougher to make a good profit on it. So what I like to do is I like to go the old-fashioned route and just look at the NFTs. Yeah, I'm an artwork guy. I look at the artwork and I say, if I find something that looks really amazing, I'm going to be like, let me look a little closer at this. So I've had this page open for a little bit. We'll scroll down a bit. If we don't find anything, we'll refresh, and that's the great thing. I keep it to listing newest. That way it's putting all the projects in on one that have been whitelisted, and They're just always here. Now I'm going to know what's what because I played a lot of games and I've researched a lot of games. So I know right away, this is Farmer's World, this is Alien World, this is Wax Pin. And you can read these. And as you do this more and more, you'll get better at it. By going through, you know, I don't want to do a video on Farmer's World. Obviously, it's been done. And look at 4 cents for a coin. That's insane. Then we got Alien World. I've quit Alien World. I'm no longer playing that. And if I go down, I see Sailor's World. That looks cool. I've actually reached out to them about doing a sponsorship, and they said they may be interested when gameplay comes out. So I'm hopeful for that because I like that game, and I'd like to get into it a little more. If we keep going down, I'm not interested in this. And, you know, it's personal preference as well. Some people might be interested in a game that others aren't. ZOS is very popular right now, but I don't think it's one that I want to get into at the moment. Office Land, I've been through that game. I'm not playing that game anymore. Ancient Realms definitely looks interesting. I've kind of taken a brief look at it, and it does look like a game that I could get into, but I'm not really sure I want to go further into it yet. Plus, it has already spiked pretty good, and I missed a lot of the pack sales. So that's kind of one that I wouldn't mind doing a video on, but I don't think I'm going to pursue it yet. SAR Officials, I'm interested in this game. I do have a possible sponsorship coming up in the future. I'm just telling you guys all my possible sponsorships. Let's go through and see what else we got here. This is Wrath of Tesca. I played this game, and I actually just pulled a weapon just like this, except mine was Mythic yesterday. First Mythic ever. This is on Mars. We already have a video on Million on Mars. Might do another one in the future, which would be cool. Sea Farmers, I've never really got into. I saw some red flags and I kind of treaded carefully, and it seems like the project has dipped down a bit. Let's go ahead and load more and see what else we get. You can always refresh this stuff too. You're going to see a lot of Farmer's World. The prices are all over. Galaxy Miner, I didn't really look into this too much, so that could be something, but again, it's towards the top, so I'm not really interested at the moment. NFT Panda, big fan, but until they fix the CPU issues, because Wax Network is so difficult with CPU, I just have it sitting. If CPU usage is really good for me, I'll go in there once in a while, and I'll go ahead and send my epics, you know, just to kind of do something. I'd like to play it more. It's just, they're going to have to take it off chain. That's unfortunate, but that's the only way I see that game surviving at the time. This is Warspace, and there's a Stone Quarry, a legendary level 1. Now, a lot of people have given up on this game because they found out that they're making a whole bunch of other games and they haven't even released their first game. A lot of the price went really far down. I have bought a few really cheap because I think when the game comes out, people will forget about the problems if the game is good. And since I bought that, they've also introduced more stuff with PvP, which I kind of think's a mistake. I think they should get the game out and going and then introduce the PvP in the next phase instead of smash the whole project on launch at one time. Because I think you need to show that you're an actual game before you keep going. So this project, I have, like I said, put a little into because I think it's probably going to go up and it's dirt cheap. But I'm not interested in doing videos, and it's just my take, and it's a gamble. You know, it's one of those, a lot of people got out when they found that. It dropped. It's really low now. So why not buy the dip if it's going to go back up? If not, you know, whatever, it's $50, $100 that I've took a gamble on, and I lost. So we'll see what happens with that. And I didn't go crazy with this either. I just kind of went in a little bit. And I know we're picking out projects, it's just so far, we haven't found any that I haven't looked into yet because I do this so often. Ultra Rare. Now, this is one I've not heard of. Let's go ahead and open this up in another tab and see what else we got here. Midgard Clash. Is that? I can't even read it. A bronze rune. It looks cool, but it's hard to see the text on the card. And that kind of is a sign that, you know, they didn't spend enough time. 3,000 of these. It's worth 24 cents. Goes for 52. It's a little bit on a decline on that. I think we're going to hold off unless we see more of that. Expansion game. I know I've looked into this one before. Oh yeah, I've played this one actually. I played this one for about 2 weeks, and it wasn't it. So that's why you didn't see a video on that one. And sometimes you might not see videos because it happens. I get into a project, I test it out, and it's not what I want to tell you all about. And if that happens, it's scrapped and all that time I did was wasted, and then you don't see anything for a bit. This looks interesting. $4. Let's open that up and let's go ahead. Space Heroes. Space Heroes, I know it's been out a bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at these two. I think these two will be a good idea to get an idea of what we are looking for. Weeping Weak Hands. What is this? Crypto Horror. Oh boy. Ultra rare. Is the collection name? That does sound familiar. It's a base rarity. Look at the sales. So we haven't had any sales of this item in a long time. That means something's going on, and this card at least is not moving. Doesn't mean the whole project's bad. It just means that card. We can click on it, or we could highlight it, and we can see it says ultra rare. It's checkmarked. We can click on it. It is legit. And I'll scroll up a bit here. So $15 in the last 24 hours. That's not too good. Altogether, 108,000. Artwork is solid, but I don't know if it's something that I'd want to get into. Let's look at the project as a whole. And you can see here, it looks like its good days were last year, 9 months ago. So let's go to the last 2 months and see what we're doing. And it's not really going too far up here. The question is this game out? Is it playable? Is it still not there yet? Let's go to more info. And you can see they take an 8% fee. I like to look at that to get an idea. Their website is a UK website. Just click on it and see what it's looking like. Future of art is here. Okay, so it looks like it's an art/comic book kind of thing. Ultra rare digital collectibles. Okay, they're digital collectibles. So it looks like they have somewhat of a game, but I think it's more about collecting. View collections. Yeah, so collections, though I'm doing one myself, I know they don't do as well as games, and they will not be worth as much if you are selling things at this rate. Like, let's look. How many? There are 3,666 of this. You can't do it that way. You have to make it more limited. Or, well, I can't tell you that because that's what I'm doing for my project. So I'll have to leave that part out. We're going to say no to this one, and let's move on to the next one that we found. Which one is this? This is Gods and Legends. Card looks cool. I like the 3D animation. You can read it easily. It doesn't flip too fast. It does have some dots down there, which probably means some things. The card altogether looks good. It looks like a high rarity. It says epic, so it's an epic limited time collector card. 729, but 602 were burned. Okay. I wonder why they were burned. So the card does look like there's not a lot of them, but also max supply is question mark. A lot of times we can't guarantee that that's going to happen, though, with the question mark, because sometimes Atomic Hub just doesn't let you put a max limit. For me, I haven't had a problem, but I know sometimes when you get into games, it could be a little tough. I don't know if that's still an issue or not. If we look, we see someone sold it on the 6th, the 10th, and that's it. I do like the card. I think the card looks cool. And because of that, I'm going to go through to the website. And I must have just sold something because I just got some more wax. So that's always good. 24-hour volume, $26. So that's not too good there. The total volume, 309,000. So that's pretty good. Created 9 months ago. 6% market fee. I like the 6%. I think 6% is solid. Look at the sales here. So they were really popular. They dipped. They got popular again. And now it looks like they're fading a little, but they got a little bit of a bump here. Let's go to the last 2 months. And 1433. So they are getting sales. Yeah, it's been around for a while, though. Knowing that, probably not going to go ahead and be able to get in early. We're probably going to be a late starter. But let's take a look a little further because I'm intrigued. Top buyers, 13,000 this person bought. Top sellers, almost 6,000. There is some demand for this. And it looks like they do have some packs that are really good. Let's go, before we go any further, go to the website and check this part out here. So I do think this is going to be a collectible game, but I'm not sure. There's not a lot of information here. Limited collectible NFT cards and comics. Okay, so this is another one that is a limited card collection game where it's not actually a game, it's just you're collecting and trying to get everything before everyone else. Wow, they have some crazy rarity. Base, rare, epic, legendary. I always think legendary should be the highest, maybe mythical, and then that's it. But they went divine and eternal. I think that's too much. Because then people get a legendary and they're happy, and then they find out, oh, there's 3 others that are better than that. I don't like that. I mean, I understand they're doing the artwork and everything, but I think they went a little too far in the rarities. For me, for my collection, I'm actually probably going to go back on rarity, as in I might only have 3 rarities. Of course, the top rarity is going to actually be very rare. You know, I'm not going to be like, okay, everyone can get this. At least that's the plan so far. So let's go and just look. What I would do next is go on Nifty and I would look up the game here. I don't know if it's going to come up. Yeah, neither of them come up on here. So for me, it's a strikeout. So I'd come back to NFT market and I would refresh and start again. All right, so I've come across this one here. This looks interesting. We're going to open this one up and this one up. And we're going to investigate these. Figured I'd skip a little to cut down on time here. This one's got a check mark. It's not verified. So that means they've proved who they are, but they didn't prove it's a game usually. This is a common, it's been around for a little while. Let's check out the website here. 24 hours, $0. Total volume, 1,434. That's not a lot. And it looks like it's been around for a while. Due to that, we're just gonna go to the next one. We're looking for the ones to get in early. Draco Dice, 18th it shows. Go to the game right away. This is verified as well. $135 in the last 24 hours. That's pretty decent for not being really well known by me. At least 380,000 total volume. Okay. Wonder if this is like a dice game. 1 of 1. That's awesome that there's a 1 of 1 because you don't see that often. 6%, that's good. Stats. So it looks like it came out in November. And it did well in the beginning. Still doing decent. Seems like a lot of games have been out for a while. There hasn't been many fresh games to hit recently that I haven't covered, that I've noticed, other than the really popular ones. I keep seeing this Gods and Legends artwork, and if this was an actual game, I would so go for that. All right, I'm back. I went through and pulled out a bunch of these just to see if we could find one quicker. You kind of seen that process, so I don't have to keep showing you that portion. So now I have a bunch of tabs open of ones that are potential. So we'll look at this one first. And again, I like the art or I see something in it that is interesting. This one's called Official Hero. Price looks decent. Looks like we do get some sales here and there. 5 cents, 40 cents. And if it's selling for something, that means something's happening at least. It's not only showing the 1 month. If we go to all, you can see it looks like it just started on January 24th. So this is decent if everything else looks good because it is early. Let's look at the project itself. So 6% market fees, love it. Created, ooh, that's a long time ago, but maybe it took a while to get going. $2 in the last 24 hours, that's not the greatest, and a good amount of money there. $1 million in total volume. Maybe this is a lot more popular than I thought, and I just don't know it. You're probably like, Kevin, has been out forever. We can go down here and see what we're looking at. Oh yeah. In 2020, this is from around, so this one's not going to work. Next, we have Why Eve game. This definitely looks different than the usual games I play, but artwork's pretty bright and colorful. I'm kind of curious what else it looks like. But let's get an idea here. If we look at sales, we are seeing some from February for about $1 or $2. Check out the project. It is whitelisted, not verified. 5% market fee. Love that. Came out in December 2021, so that's not real old, so that's good. Last 24 hours, $127. That's workable. And 11,000 altogether. Okay, so is this a game? Let's see. There's a collectible NFT play to earn game. Okay, so when they say collectible, it means one thing. When they say game, it kind of means another. So I'm wondering if they mean all of it or not. See what we have here. It says read more on Twitter. Look at overall sales. It looks like it just kind of had a good breakout period on the 18th, which, that's only about a month ago, and it faded. I wonder if these were sales. And sometimes when you see this kind of thing, it's a good sign, because when it first hits, people are going to be interested and then they stall. So here would be like the pack release, and then the release would come up in the near future. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening, but a lot of times I do see that trend. So this is one that I'm kind of want to see a little more about. Let's go check the website. Okay. So let's see what happens if we try to get that. So this isn't a drop here. This is the market. So this is like after selling. We go to the drops. It looks like 250 packs. That's not too bad. 12 NFTs. Second pre-sale of standard packs, 30% discount. At this moment, I would be cautious, not because of all of this, but because this looks like a game where you collect cards, you put them there, and then they earn passively. That's what you're looking for. That's great. But a lot of times that could be hard to get your return unless you're getting really good rarities or they add more aspects to the game, which I didn't read the kawaii paper yet, so that would kind of be next. So basically my main idea is when I find something that fits all my criteria, I come to the website, make sure the website's legit, see if you can even play, and it does say play up there, so that means it is probably somewhat loginable, and you can link your account. They are whitelisted but not verified. I got to keep that in my mind. The artwork is vibrant. It looks good. It got a little cool idea with the minions. This does remind me a lot of Zendudu Land. So because of that, it seems kind of like a clone in that aspect of where I'm coming from, but I could be wrong, because again, I didn't read the white paper yet. Is there gameplay or is it just staking? And from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's just staking at this moment. It doesn't mean they don't plan on doing more in the future, but a lot of projects will go with staking first to get things rolling, which I might even do with my collection as I go. I might end up getting them in so you can stake them and earn some crypto over time. Pack release, it's a good time to get in for the pack release. So that's a check mark on my little thing. I can get 12 cards for $43, which is ultra cheap later on, because these big packs, you usually don't get them later on. Later on in the releases, you'll get 2 cards, 3 cards in a pack, not 12. They always start with the bigger packs in the beginning. It does say it's also a 30% discount, so it keeps me interested. $43, it's a decent amount to gamble. If it was $20, I would have already bought one and ripped it open right now. There is only 250, so if it was $20, it would probably already be gone. So this is one that I may look a little further into and check the white paper. My main ideas is, do I like this game? How much do I like it? And am I going full force, or am I just dabbling in it? If I decide that I want to go a little further with this, I'll probably buy a pack. And it might be a good idea to buy a pack after I do a little more research on the card values. Now, you can't take the card values for granted yet if the game is not completely released, because as the game comes out and more things are added, if they are, after I look at the white paper, those values will probably go up. We're in that area where the initial hit has went, and now it's on a dip, and it's like, is it going to go back up, or is it going to stay here? We don't know yet. Definitely more research. I need to check the roadmap. I need to check Discord, their Discord, go in, see if it's active, see if this is where they're at. Sometimes a dead Discord might just mean they're on Telegram. Some people like Telegram more. Why, I have no idea. It is not a good platform. Sorry for all the Telegram fans out there. Again, if I'm really interested, white paper, then I would go to their Discord and say, hey, you interested in doing a video, after I've vetted it and decided that it fits my criteria. Now, that doesn't mean it can't still be a rug pull, because, and I'm not saying this specific game is a rug pull at all, I'm saying any game could always be that. You never know. And I haven't really been in one myself yet, so it's hard for me to identify that. Maybe I am. And I do gamble at times. I might go with a game that looks really good that doesn't have a whole lot of stuff, if it's, you know, cheap enough, I might just dip my toes in to test it out. But I can because I've built up my earnings throughout time. I'd also pay attention to lands because I see this word lands, and this is something that I'm always gambling on is land. If there is land in games that you can purchase, I'm so interested. So I don't know if that's the case here. Let's see. Placed on the type of land that matches them. Okay, so it doesn't specifically say that lands are available in the game here. There's no roadmap that stands out to me. There should be a link that says roadmap somewhere. I mean, I know they have their white paper. Let's go ahead and just take a brief look. It's your standard one. Let's see, roadmap, minion pack sale. I think that's, yeah, the minion pack's going on now. They have their alpha client in their game. Landowners earn WIS. This is checked off already. Land NFT collection. So they've already come out with land. So let's go back to the game. View on market. Click land. Go to cheapest. So there are people that are interested in this game, and the land is selling decent. Now the question, I didn't look yet to see how many lands there are. Before I do, I want to tell you about land. When is land good? I would say land is good depending on the popularity of the game and how many there are. I would say maximum 800 lands and below are good for a game. More than that, you're going to rarely see any earnings. Less than that, even better. The less land there is, the more demand there is, and usually the better it does. Land's not always implemented great, but over time, it's usually a good passive earner. And the thing is, if land spikes up, you can go ahead and sell that land and you will make a good amount on it. Sometimes just flipping the land itself could be pretty good. So let's see how many there are. So there's only 5 of this land. So there's different lands. This is 6, 6, 6, 7, 3, 4. Okay. I mean, you throw these numbers together, you're probably looking around 100 or so lands. Only other game that I know that's like that is Moon Mining. I know they only have 100 lands. Makes the lands ultra scarce. Makes them really good. So as I'm looking here, I see potions as well and keys. Let's look a little more. Here's the minions. Yeah, let's go to, we'll flip this the opposite way. Price highest. Okay, we got some crazy expensive ones. What's the rarity on this? Legendary. Okay, I like legendary. Means they're not going ultra rare. They're just going the normal way. That's just a common. Someone just trying to... The legendaries are definitely easy to tell from the others. This is an epic. This was an epic. This is a rare. Okay. All right, what's keys? Let's look at the keys here real quick. Nothing found. So this might be a new feature coming out. What about potions? Nothing. Resources. Okay, so there's going to definitely be more to the game since they have potions, keys, and resources. Tickets. These are probably early tickets, I'm guessing. Land ticket can be exchanged for random land. 107 max. No, not max. It is not maxed. 100 burned, there's only 7 left. So you can buy a land chest, basically, and gamble for $231. I went into this game thinking maybe, and now I'm pretty intrigued. Let's go and click on play. See if it even works. Remember, we don't have anything, but it'll be a good idea. Made with Unity. All right, here we go. You are subscribed to pre-sale. Congratulations. Events, inventory, upgrades, map, auctions, quests. Show you the other side here. Conditions of name, whatever all that means. First season, love increase gathering 10%. Okay. Homeland, increase gathering 10%. Okay, so you get more if you go on your own land. That's interesting. Is there a leaderboard? There's a leaderboard. So there's not a lot of people playing, but there are some people checking it out. Now you could probably get down in top 100 here by just owning a pack, I'm guessing, because the game is not that evolved yet. You can check out the map. Commissions 10%. The owner. Okay, I think they're going to do more here, or this more might show up here if you have a land. And I feel like more land can be added. That is a question mark. Leaderboard, they already did that. Release client game. It looks like they're on that now because it's bolded. Auctions, quests, upgrade minions, minigames, guilds, missions, unexplored land, islands. Gameplay, it's blending, I bet. Merge 5 of the same minion for a rarer minion with improved mist gathering abilities. Yeah, so 12.5, and then you gain extra, and you gain a rarity. So this looks like a passive game, at least at the moment. If you don't visit them for a while, they stop gathering mist. That's nice. Depends how long that while is. Landowners get a 10% increase if they're mining on their own lands. They'll buy on auctions, so they're going to have their own in-game auction house quests. Send minions on adventures. Okay, so they're going to have missions, so you're kind of looking like, think of it like NFT Panda, where you'll send them on quests. Join guilds. I always see people mention guilds, but I still don't know a game that has guilds in it. Unexplored islands. Ooh, player and guilds who manage to collect the required resources will be able to settle new unexplored islands and possibly receive land plots on them. Occupying new territory for resources will become essential in the newer game levels. It's neat, but it's not neat. The good thing is, cool, you can go ahead and get into the game. You can discover new land with your guild. The bad thing is more land. More land means less value to the land, and more land means more places people can go and choose a different land. Collection, percent rareness. Okay. 40 types of unique minion NFTs, 8 unique evolutionary paths for minions. See, I wonder if this is going to change, because I know Zendudu Land does seasons, so every 2 months they release more cards. I wonder if that is what the idea is. We've already seen the roadmap. Mining Whist. Whist is mined by minions placed on land that matches their type. Landowner receives a percentage of mist mined on it. Got it. Basic thing. Distributed total supply, 100,000 million billion, 5 billion. Oof. 60% to play to earn. Whoa, 60%. 20% to team. 5% to liquid. 5% marketing. Community support, advisor, legal. Oh, man. Woo. I mean, you might as well just say team 30%, 35%, 30%. Because that's team. That's team, that's team, that's team, that's team. Oof, 30. That's a lot. 60% for play to earn is low. They got me there. Not really that excited on that part. Chance to get from a standard pack, 70, 23, 5, 1.5, 0.05. Yeah, but you're getting 12 cards, so it'll be easy to hit one of these 3. Chance on the promo pack, worse. So they're not giving out too many of the higher ones because they want you to level them up. And to do so, you're going to need a lot of cards. You're going to have to buy a lot of packs. Unless there's a way to create new minions without buying cards, which I didn't see that here. Okay, so final thoughts after looking at this game. Would I cover it? You know, I started being low on it, and then I got high up on it. I was interested, and then the interest slowly kind of went down. Few reasons it went down. One, more land will be printable. It's probably going to be a resource that does not max out. 2, what am I spending Whist on? It doesn't say anything that I'm spending Whist on. There's no idea in the tokenomics here that I've seen. It says when the player spends Whist on purchases within the game, another 3% is deducted for game operations. It doesn't say what it's spent on. So I want to say it's a questionable one because it doesn't, their white paper needs more information. It needs more guidance. It's too general. It needs to go in more in depth and be like, okay, we're going to do this, this, and that. You're going to be able to spend Whist on this. If you don't have anything you could spend Whist on, the token's not going to be worth anything because no one's going to want it. If no one wants it, everyone's going to sell it. If everyone sells it, no one's going to want to buy it, which means the price is going to be dirt. And taking a look at Whist right now, this is where it's at. So, of course, it blew up at first, had some movement, but I mean, I don't think it has too many sales at the moment. So with this project, what I would do is I'm kind of on the fence. I might go into Discord to see if they have more of a roadmap that they haven't explained, see if they have an idea of how many lands they will release, if it's going to be like a very rare thing that a new piece of land gets discovered, or it's going to happen all the time. Is the game on network or off network as far as the missions is going to be controlled? Because as you know, with NFT Panda, I can't even play right now because it costs CPU to send them. But if it's off chain like Krypton, when you're sending your robots to fight the alien queen, then it's not going to use CPU. Ooh, it is a tough one. I wish I had a direct answer for you, but the honest answer is I would kind of research a little more. And this video is probably, I'm at 54 minutes. I don't know how many people are still with me and probably going crazy wondering, why are you still going? Of course, I will definitely edit this down a lot. So no numbers there. I'm wondering if you can get stuff other than mist while mining. Like if they can get these resources eventually, or if these are more mission rewards. Let's check the packs, see if they're going cheaper. Well, the promo packs are only 6 cards, but they're really low rarity. I think these are 1 in their Discord, I bet. Standard pack, this is a tad bit cheaper than what they're selling for. So people bought the packs to kind of flip them, and they're taking too long to get rid of. So they're trying to sell them cheaper, basically. But, you know, if you're going to buy a pack, why not save $4? I mean, it just seems like it's too much, you know? Like, their team's getting a lot of money on this. I mean, they are taking 5% market fees. You know, they get 20% of every single thing in game. That's probably why they're making their own auction house too, so they can kind of get some of that. They also get 5% of everything that's sold on Atomic Hub, which is the lower end. I'm not going to say I'm saying that part's good, but I don't think I like the tokenomics altogether. So even though I am really looking for a new project to get into, I think I'm going to pass for this one. Even though it does look like it would be a decent chance, I would probably say 50-50 that I would make some more money back on it. It all depends on the team. More research needs to be done. Before I end the video, I just want to show you the other ones I had popped open, and maybe you can do some research on them yourself. This one was Gnome Series 1. Immerse, I believe this one's been out a little while. Token Land. Ooh, this one looks like it's moving too. Hold up. One looks like it's about to pop. I do really like the card. You know, I've seen these packs before. I've seen this a while ago. All right, so 5% fee. That's always a very good thing. Whitelisted, not verified. Look at their website. Very clean, simple. Start your collection. Is it a game or is it collection? Click on gameplay here. See what we're looking at. The World of Token Land game represents 5 competing continents divided into NFT sectors. Sounds familiar? Joining one of the continents, you get numerous options to get an internal token land currency, T-coin. Okay, so there's land sectors, 10% of land, consistent in any available sector, absolutely for free, fulfilling works. You earn T-coin and gets a chance to obtain a evolution, which is basically upgrading, blending, staking, commercial objects. Auctions, bank, deposit options. Okay, they're gonna have a bank thing. I'm not really big on the bank ones. I just have a bad taste of that from Office Land. Mining. Yeah, you can mine on the land. A mythical NFT card that can only be obtained by crafting unique NFT resources. The most profitable infrastructure facility, which gives you T-coin along with generating NFT military cards. Okay, so this is pretty cool. War sounds pretty cool. Start with Q4. Packs. Now we're in Q1. Launch T-coin. Mining mode. NFT drops. This sounds very decent. I mean, I've already went through so much with you all that I feel like I don't want to keep you any longer. But I'm personally going to take a look at this on my off time to see if this is something that is worth investing in. Like I showed you on the stats, it does look like it's spiking up a bit. So I don't know if there was a pack release or what, but usually what happens after the spike is it dips a bit. I might need to wait a day or two, but I might be able to get some of the cards really cheap, as you know, if this doesn't pop up really fast. So if that's the case, I can grab some and then, you know, play the game or do what I want. All right, that was a lot of information. I hope you all are still here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll let you know what I find out with token lands. If it does check all my boxes, I will be having a video in the future. Thank you for the view.